Hello friends, happy Tuesday evening. It's Shannon. A few days ago somebody asked to do a tour of my craft room, and so I picked up a little bit, but it is clearly not clean. But I just thought I would turn you around. I did a video of this gallery wall back in the summer, I think, but just in case somebody's interested and they didn't see it, I will do a little bit of a tour of the craft room. It is a mess. I cram a ton of stuff in here, so bear with me, but hold on and I'll turn you around. Okay, so this is at the end of the hall, and you can see it's up under the eaves of the attic. And so this is my craft room. I have it chock-a-block full of stuff. So this is my sewing machine. Of course, I bought it at an estate sale. This is just, the crazy. But it's from, I think, like 1953. It's a singer, and she works like a dream, sews like crazy, and I love her. She's not real pretty, but she does run like, like a top. All steel construction, and that's where I sew. And then I have just a little pressing spot right here and a little tiny iron if I need it. And then I have a little trinket shelf in here with just some gewgaws and doodads, like just little things. It's hung crooked as a dog's hind leg, but I've never bothered to fix it. Okay, and so then, all of the stuff around sewing, and then a TV. And then this is my gallery wall that you can see behind me when I'm filming. So this, I shared samplers that I made. So that was our wedding sampler. And at a Knitting Guild meeting a few years ago, they had a photographer there that would take a picture of your hands while you knitted. And I just thought that was really fun. So I bought that, and then just a vintage print and my crown, if you were around for that story. So, and then just, I got that at a thrift store. Those are the samplers that I shared not too long ago. This was a group of ladies that I used to get together with and knit. They were just neat group of ladies. Oh, it's glare, but we had a tea party, and so that was all of us. This is a fun little group. And that's another sampler that I made. And then I painted this picture in 2023. I broke my wrist and I couldn't knit, so I was starting to do a little bit of watercolor, and that's supposed to be the moon. And then a random teeny tiny dice. And then just some other, just a cross stitch and another cross stitch. And then this little bee that I made. And then I have these DMC cabinets that my mother-in-law had a cross stitch and needlepoint store way back in the day. And so she gave me these DMC cabinets. And so I just have them full of different craft supplies. This is a little spinning wheel. It's a Louette hat box spinning wheel. I needs to get some parts for it. It's really broken, but I need to get it fixed. And then just random baskets and tote bags, and a bunch of Longaberger baskets with stuff in it. And then there's my baby Tenderlove, and I just have stuff crammed in here. But I do have these cabinets that have stuff all, it's filled. And then I just move this around if I need an extra seat. If my daughter comes up here, then she can sit on that, but it's just a footstool. I used to have the matching recliner, leather recliner up here, and then I gave that green one to my husband for his little room and moved this white one up there. That little seat, when I fell and broke my wrist in 2023, I also cracked my tailbone. So that's what I was sitting on, and I've just kept it here because it's comfortable. And then this little pile of junk is just whatever I've got going. So this is my analog bag with all my stuff that I've been carrying around the house over the last few weeks. And then this is just an open basket with just where I can throw, current projects. There's my violets and just whatever I'm working on, I can just easily throw in there. And then this is a craft basket by Longaberger that I bought at an estate sale. And it's got a bunch of storage. I don't actually use it to its potential, but it's made to hold your craft supplies. So I just kind of keep that as a table next to me. And this is the chair that I sit in. And then I've got, this is just a mess, a Martha Washington sewing table with lots of stuff in it. And then this is my infamous tripod that I just lean my camera against. And that's how I film when I'm sitting in my chair. And then this is where I put my makeup on in the morning at this little table. And I have an aught light that I use. Very professional setup here. And then I'd shared this back, I don't know, a few months ago. These, when I broke my wrist, I was doing watercolor. And so these are my watercolors that I made back in the day. And then I just have them up on a clothesline, and I just use vintage clip-on earrings as clothespins, essentially. So a mess of a room, but I'm grateful for it to have all my stuff. And that's it. So we're just jammed in here, and every time we move, I have to unwind all of this, and I get rid of a bunch of stuff. But we've been here for probably 8 years, and that's about the longest I've ever lived anywhere. So it's probably about time for a move. All right, thanks. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions about anything in particular. Thanks. Bye.